It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Ought to be a good one here between the San Diego Padres and the Detroit Tigers. It's interleague baseball next on MLB Network. Matthew Boyd, the southpaw out of the state of Washington, will be the starter. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Strike thrower, not afraid to go in and challenge hitters. He's kind of what a manager would like to have. You know what you're going to get with Matthew Boyd. He's not afraid to throw the fastball or his breaking stuff over the plate. Sneaky, really good pitcher.
So striding forward now, Fernando Tatis Jr. He will lead this one off today.
The shortstop, Fernando Tatis.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
One and one to San Diego's leadoff batter. The temperature here at game time still definitely on the cool side. 51 degrees at first pitch. The 1-1 home.
That's ball.
Towards second. Oh, and he can't come up with it. So that'll go down as an E4, as he certainly had his problems that time at second base. Runner at first following the error, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder Tommy Pham. First pitch coming, here it is. Taken, but that catches the inside part of the plate. Pham, a 32-year-old veteran, he was a 16th round selection during the first-year player draft of 2006.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hard hit ball to second. And that's through for a hit. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are two aboard now.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in two places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here that ball found the hole.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You make a quality pitch and the guy shoots one through the right side, normally a vacated spot right there. 9 out of 10 times somebody's there to make that play. Unfortunately not, and now we've got a couple of guys on.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And it's fouled away. Oh, 1. Here's the pitch.
1-1.
So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Joe McDonald.
Hey, Joe McDonald, he's a tough guy to figure out sometimes, D-Row. One inning, he'll be given that inside corner. The next inning, he doesn't give much of that inside corner. His zone fluctuates a lot.
You know, Dan, you can see some definite confusion on the face of some hitters today. Questioning in the strike zone. One pitch is a strike on the outer half. The next time it's a ball. Kind of a little cat and mouse with the umpire when you should be focused on the pitcher.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Line hard. Foul. The 1-2. Another one sent foul. Tatis at second. Pham on at first with nobody out. Misses. Ball 2.
It looked like he tried to get him to chase on that pitch there, 1 and 2. A good idea, but I think now he has to challenge him a little bit. He doesn't want to get into a worse situation with the cleanup guy up next.
The 2-2. Line hard to the left side. But this is a foul ball. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Eric Hosmer to the plate now. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0. From the belt, kicks and deals. And he pops it up. Goodrum ranges back, and he has it for out number 2.
That is it. The designated hitter, Will Myers.
In now, Will Myers. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A ball and no strikes. And this one's on the inside corner. 1-1.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
One and two now as that one's fouled off. One and two count. Here's the pitch.
That's a ball.
And that misses 2-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And this will get over the wall, in fact, so just the 1 run will be allowed to score.
Really unfortunate there. Obviously, the runner at second base was going to score easily, but it's possible they could have waved the runner around from first as well. We'll never know, though, as he's forced to hold the runner at third because of the ground rule double.
Stepping in now, Trent Grisham. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
This is exactly the situation you drew up from an offensive standpoint. Good pitcher on the mound, but you got a chance to bury him early in this one.
One 1-0 pitch is a circle change. It runs outside. 2-0.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
The 2-0. Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike.
Got to sit middle when a guy's trying to pitch around you. If he's going to give you first base, take it.
2-1. Here it is. To 2-2 now.
Hey, after that extra base hit, things could go awry. He didn't. He battled right back in his zone with a nice executed pitch.
Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. Padres pick up a run on the RBI double. Bottom of the 1st coming up. It's 1-0 San Diego. Chris Paddock gets the start for San Diego in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matty V, this ought to be exciting. This is one of the top young pitchers in the game right now. He keeps getting better. He keeps learning. And if he continues at this pace, this guy has a chance to be one of the more reliable pitchers in the game.
Stepping in, Victor Reyes. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the 1st. Now here's the pitch. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Hey, last pitch was 94. Then you pull a string 13 miles an hour slower right there. 81 miles an hour. You get guys in a rocking chair when you can add and subtract like that.
The 0-2 once more.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Sent out to straightaway center field. And a great diving effort there, but it'll just tip off his glove, and it's a base hit. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
That's the perfect answer after you've given up the lead in the previous inning. Put the tying run on second and get the momentum going back in your favor. Now we'll see if they can cash in.
So now to the plate, Nico Goodrum, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. No one out with a runner at second. Fouled off. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
The 1-2. Fly ball out to straightaway left. Left fielder giving chase. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Miguel Cabrera.
And that'll bring up the veteran Miguel Cabrera, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. First offering on its way. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. And he misses again. 2-0.
That's a pretty tough spot for him to deal with in the first inning. Runner in scoring position already, and now he's got the 3-hitter salivating in a good hitter's count.
Here's the 2-0. Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball. A man at third with one away. Hit back up the middle. And this will be a base hit as they too will plate a run in the first inning to tie up the ball game early.
Hey, good job of hitting right there, D-Row. Runner on third, less than 2 outs. All you want to do is put the ball in play. He did just that. Hits a grounder right up the middle that drives in a run.
Yeah, took it right back at where it came from. All you're trying to do is avoid the corners. Hit something hard up the middle, whether it be on the ground or in the air. You're going to drive the run in.
Here's C.J. Cron now, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. The 0-1 on its way.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Good job by the catcher to keep the ball from getting too far away and allowing that base runner to get into scoring position. That keeps the double play in order, which they need, seeing as they've already given up 1 run in this inning.
And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
That's just too much velocity upstairs to get good wood on it. It's going to have to lower his sights.
1-2. Here it comes.
I love the fact that the hitter was able to foul that pitch away. I always thought with 2 strikes, you give the pitcher that inside part of the plate and you do your best to cover away.
The 1-2. High in the air out to center field. There to pull it in, Lagares, and there are 2 away now.
Batting fifth, the second baseman, Jonathan.
So coming to the plate, Jonathan Scope. He'll get to take his first cuts here. From the stretch. And he lays off there, 1-0.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
And here's a fastball that's nowhere near the zone. It's 2-0 now. Two and 1 after the foul ball there. 2 out with the man at first. Grounded back up the middle. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh my goodness. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Standing in, Jurickson Profar. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Jurickson Profar.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
1-0.
The 1-0 is a changeup that's looked at for a ball. This one's down to third. He's got it. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting it, the catcher, Francisco Mejia.
So the bases are empty with one man gone, and that'll bring in the catcher, Francisco Mejia. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Ball, that's out.
Bases are empty, one man out. A ball and a strike.
Well executed fastball right at the knees. Going to be a long day for this offense if he stays in that spot.
And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. The 1-2.
I got the count. 2-2.
Swing and a ground ball to third. Scooped up, and there are 2 away now.
Batting ninth, the center fielder, number 7, Juan Lagares.
Settling in now, Juan Lagares. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lagares, a former New York Met. He signed as a free agent with this organization earlier in the season.
Yeah, I know he expected to get a longer-term deal, but these are the facts right now. He is on a 1-year deal, and he is going to have to produce if he is going to get that multi-year he's been looking for come off-season.
Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. Heading out towards shallow right. Reyes will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. We'll go to the bottom of the second, tied 1 apiece. The next batter, Jamer Candelario. He'll get us going here in the bottom half of the second.
Jamer Candelario.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. First pitch here misses wide. 1-0. And he fouls this one off. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Fastball called. Strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Coming to the plate now, Kristen Stewart, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. The pitch. One out, nobody on. And he falls behind 0-2. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
He didn't look overly fooled right there, because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
Count still at 1-2.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
He showed right there why having a good changeup is so valuable. 2-2, and he flips one up there that the bottom really falls out at the last minute. It's so hard to pick up, and it's even harder to make good contact with.
To the plate now, Austin Romine. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. Romine, a California-born ball player. He was taken in the 2nd round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Jacoby Jones would be next if they can keep this inning alive. The 3-1. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Batting ninth, the center fielder, Jacoby.
Now batting, Jacoby Jones. And we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
1 pitch shy of 40 for him right now, and he's not even out of the 2nd inning of work. He's definitely not being as efficient on the mound as he'd like.
Here comes the 1-0. Fouled away. Now the 1-1 pitch is looked at off the plate for a ball. Runner aboard at first here with 2 gone in a 1-1 ball game. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all four corners.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Tigers leave one. We've played 2 full innings, and we are tied 1-1. So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr.
Fernando Tatis Jr.
First delivery to him on the way. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Hey, pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, this is straight survival mode. Down 0-2. The numbers are definitely not with the batter here.
Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2. And he'll try to entice him with the changeup here, but it dips below the knees. It's 2-2. Now here it comes.
I got 3-2.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
Now the payoff pitch home is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
At the plate now, Tommy Pham. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. A base hit in his first trip. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And he popped him up, but this will land untouched. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. And that's the second out.
But not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in Manny Machado. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. And here's a ball in the air now, carrying a bit out toward right center. Reyes is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Padres down in order. Home half of the third coming up, tied at 1. Stepping in, Victor Reyes. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
The right fielder, Victor.
First pitch coming, here it is. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. Out of play off to the right. The 1-1 home.
That's the ball.
Hey, after the double in his first at bat, looks like he's trying to pitch around this guy a little bit.
The 2-1. This one's down to third. Oh, look at Machado. He goes to first. What a play.
Now batting, shortstop, Nico Goodrum.
Ready for another chance? Nico Goodrum. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Curveball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Here it comes. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
Bases are empty, one man out. Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. 2-2 is a changeup that misses. 3-2.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Now the payoff pitch home is swung on and missed. He got him.
Nice two-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
Into the box, Miguel Cabrera. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Good changeup there as he takes command. 0-2.
Your idea of working the count goes out the window. You're frustrated right now, down 0-2. Gotta find a way to grind.
Trying to get Cabrera to chase there, but it's 1-2.
Well, there's the classic 0-2 wasted fastball. Not even close to the zone. We'll see what he throws on the next pitch.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Down in order go the Tigers. Through 3 complete, all tied 1 apiece. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first Heidi Watney standing by with a report.
Matt, I talked with San Diego's manager during the inning break about the Padres' offensive production to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Eric Hosmer flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Now the pitch. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. That's 1-0. Now it's 2-0.
I don't mind him trying to pitch him backwards right there with those 2 early count sliders, but now he finds himself in a situation where he's going to have to come fastball.
A bouncer to the left side, fielded cleanly. Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th.
The bat, number 2, designated hitter, Will Myers.
So here's Will Myers. Here comes the first pitch. Here's a little chopper up the middle, reined in on to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the 4th.
Oh, amazing range on display there from the shortstop. That was all the way over on the second base side of the bag, so he had good momentum going towards first, and he's able to complete the nice play.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Trent Grisham. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Tigers manager Ron Gardenhire during the break about the team's offensive performance so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
Thank you, Heidi. And next it'll be the Tigers cleanup hitter, C.J. Cron. He flew out in his last at-bat.
C.J. Cron.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And they'll start him with a changeup, but this is too high, ball 1. The 1-0. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. And a curveball's by him that time as he falls behind now 1-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And there's 1 away.
Up next to the Tigers, the second baseman, Jonathan. Go!
So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that means Jonathan Schoop will get ready at the plate. First pitch coming. Here it is. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again.
Hey, you guys know me. Hitting's a process of elimination, and I'm eliminating the changeup this next pitch. I'm on everything else.
Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first.
Well, somebody's sitting off speed right here. Only way he was late on that heater is he was expecting another changeup.
The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Now batting, the third baseman, Diego Padres.
So 2 outs now for the Tigers in their half of the 4th. And into bat next, it'll be Jeimer Candelario. First offering on its way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Running hard. He's digging for second. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double.
Let's slow this one down and take another look. Great camera angle here. Looking straight down the left field line. You see him take that inside route to the ball. His hands stay back, and he goes oppo to find himself at second.
Up next steps Kristen Stewart as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Big swing and a miss at the changeup. A ball and a strike. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Here's the 1-2. Lifted in the air out to left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. New inning set to get underway. Into the box now, Jurickson Profar. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First delivery to him on the way.
Ball that outside.
The 1-0. In the air to straightaway right. Long run for the right fielder. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Catcher, Francisco.
So the base is empty here with one away, and that'll bring in the catcher, Francisco Mejia. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Count 1-0.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Stewart will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning.
The center fielder, number 7, Juan Lagares.
Here's Juan Lagares now. He's got a base hit tonight. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
1-0.
1 run, 2 hits, no errors in the ball game for the Padres. 2 balls and no strikes to the Padres center fielder. The 2-0 on the way. 3-0 now.
If I'm in the box right now, I'm coming unglued. He is going to throw something over the heart of the plate.
Now the 3-0 offering is in there for strike 1. Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Boy, this is a tight one. You kind of get the feeling like the next team that scores is going to win this one.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Liner towards second. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
And they keep the inning alive with a base hit, but you can see that's only the 3rd hit. He's given up the entire game, so he's still in total control out there.
And that'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. Rolled slowly down the third baseline. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. We are in Motown, but I don't think we'll be seeing any of these people dancing in a soul review tonight. The three of us are back after this message and a word from our local stations.
Leading up for the Tigers, the catcher, Austin Roma.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Action now in the Padre bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's getting loose out there. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Cold strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now. Now the pitch.
Well, two straight fastballs inside haven't put him away, so now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Jacoby Jones the next to hit. As he'll take a look at ball one. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. And that's in there for his strike, 1-1. And that fastball's too much for him there, 1-2.
Wow, that was an ugly swing right there, and that tells us all we need to know. Nobody's picking the baseball up off this guy.
Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1. 1 for 2 in the ballgame thus far. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Bouncer up the middle. He's got it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. We've played 5 full, tied at 1 aside. All set for the start of the inning. Ready now, Tommy Pham. He was a ground-out victim last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Some action now in the Tigers bullpen as they'll get a left-hander and a right-hander up to throw. Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. Here's Scope to make the catch, and there's out number 1.
The third baseman, number 13, Manny Machado.
Here's Manny Machado now. He struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Ball next in.
Good spot to be in right now as a hitter. Count your favor 1-0. Good time to get a fastball and turn it loose.
Now the pitch. A ball and a strike now. The 1-1 home. Just catches the inside corner for strike two. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
Don't be surprised if he gets another back foot slider right here. Don't think for a second just because he took the first one that this pitcher won't come back exactly the same way.
2-2 count. Here it comes. And it looked like the fastball got away from him there.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
And that's outside. He lost him, ball 4.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
So digging in now, Eric Hosmer 0 for 2 with a fly ball and a ground out on his line to this point.
Yeah, and this is the guy for me. I think this is the guy in the clubhouse that the guys truly gravitate towards.
Now, meanwhile, the throw to second is there, and he is out trying to steal the base. One run on 3 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Padres. Grounded back up the middle. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So they breeze through this half of the inning. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. All tied at 1-1. Cal Quantrill enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Now pitching for San Diego, number 40, Cal Quantrill.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now in the box, Nico Goodrum.
The shortstop, Nico.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. High in the air out to center field. Lagares is under it. And that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Miguel Cabrera.
Next will be the designated hitter, Miguel Cabrera. 1 for 2. It was an RBI base hit for him back in the first. And now a pitch on the way.
You could bet he wants that one back at the plate right now. That's a pitch you normally see a guy drive if he has the right approach going.
The windup and the 0-1. Shin high. That's taken for a ball. One out, nobody on. Two balls and a strike.
When you've got a guy that throws a good two-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
Now the 2-1.
Full count, 3-2.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Now a swing and another fly ball here as things are getting busy out there in Central. And he will make the play out there, and there are two away now.
First baseman, C.J. Crone.
So that'll bring up C.J. Crone. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0.
Wouldn't mind the pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against him.
A high strike there, and it's 1-1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Pham will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Down in order go the Tigers. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Seventh inning ready to roll. Digging in once again, Will Myers. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Myers.
First delivery to him on the way. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1. Inside corner, a ball and a strike. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
Man, this guy's had their number all game long. Up, down, in and out. He's pitching very well.
The 2-1. Takes a pitch for strike number 2.
I'm absolutely shocked he took that pitch right there. Right in the wheelhouse, low 90s heater. That's one you gotta let go on.
Just missed with the 2-2 count, and it runs full now. Now the 3-2 pitch. And it's fouled away. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
The right fielder.
Striding in once again, Trent Grisham. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Bases are empty, 1 man out. That command may be starting to drift a bit. It's 2-0 now.
Couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat, trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Too high, and it's 3-0. On deck, there's Jurickson Profar. Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now.
Stealing that strike on 3-0 was important, but you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate in this situation. I got to believe he's going to be way more aggressive right here.
Lifted down the line in left. Long run for the left fielder, and they can't run it down. Now the payoff pitch home.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Once again, a 3-2. Count remains full. The next 3-2. And he lays off ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
As we look at the numbers, we can see that he's north of 90 pitches right now, so it's not surprising to see him maybe losing a little bit of command. We'll see if he can battle through this and finish strong.
Now here comes Ron Gardenhire up out of the dugout, and it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. He'll depart with our score tied, and he'll still be accountable for the runner at first, and the best he can do is a no decision in this one. Tyler Alexander comes on to pitch here with one man gone in the top of the 7th.
Number 70, Tyler Alexander.
Jurickson Profar will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and one away. He's set and the pitch. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. Lined hard toward right center. And that finds a seam for extra bases, as we'll see if they want to wheel that go-ahead run home from first. The relay throw, and he is in there. The runner from first crosses the plate. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Boy, those have to feel really good, Dero. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the 2nd inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
In now, Francisco Mejia, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. The 1-0 is a fastball that misses.
This would seem like an easy RBI situation. 2-0 count, runner in scoring position, but you have to know there's an open base, and he might be pitching around you.
From the belt, the pitch down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. Has a look, now the pitch. Lays off the breaking pitch, and it's 3 balls and a strike.
Looked like he was a little over aggressive there to throw that nasty curveball. Just needs to slow his delivery down a bit.
The 3-1 hit in the air out to left. Catch is made. Runner tagging from third. And add a run on the sacrifice fly, as that'll make this a 3-1 game.
Every team is looking for that insurance run late in the game. That run right there gives them a 2-run lead heading into the late innings.
Two outs now in the San Diego 7th, and that'll bring up a former Gold Glover. Here's Juan Lagares. Here's the first pitch to him, and he takes ball 1. Two balls and no strikes.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
2 out, nobody on. Fouled off.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch, wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
And got him to go down after that one, and it's 2-2.
offered at that breaking ball below the zone, and that's a tough one to spit on. But the key is recognizing it coming out of the pitcher's hand earlier and making sure that it goes up before it comes down. More likely to be a hanger when that's the case.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Jones is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So it's 2 runs on just 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left on base. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. The Padres lead it 3-1. Ready once again, Jonathan Scope. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0 home. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
Someone on this offense needs to take it upon themselves to have a quality AB and start the line moving again.
1-1, here it comes.
Ball, down.
Swing and a ball hit out toward right center. Legara's on the run, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap, and he is into second base with a leadoff double.
That's what you call a clutch piece of hitting. Down 2 runs, he puts himself in scoring position and brings the tying run to the plate. We'll see what they do with the base open here. This one's getting interesting.
Into the box now, Jeimer Candelario, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He's 1 for 2 in this one. The 0-1. Started the breaking ball far too inside that time, laid off for ball 1.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in. Make him prove he can adjust before you do.
The 1-2.
Nope, that's inside.
And this is in the air down the left field line and into foul territory. And they can't run it down. We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Now batting.
So they'll go to the bullpen now, and it'll be the left-hander here to face the upcoming left-handed batter.
Number 55, Matt Strong.
Kristen Stewart will be his first assignment down to the bullpen as he'll stand in with a runner in scoring position at second and 1 away. From the belt, kicks and deals. Yanked high and deep down the line in right. Grisham is back near the stands as he hauls it in for the second out.
Now batting, catcher, Austin Romine.
Striding in, Austin Romine. Lifetime versus this arm. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Here's the first pitch to him. 2 out here and a runner at second. Outside with the breaking pitch, and he falls behind it 2-0. Strom is a reliever known for forcing contact. Not a huge strikeout guy most of the time, but he also doesn't issue a lot of free passes either.
There's a couple of keys to being a good reliever. One, if you have great stuff and you strike everybody out, or like this guy, not afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. He has good stuff, not great stuff. He's not afraid to let his defense help him out and make some plays.
Now the 2-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Heading out towards shallow right. Grisham makes the catch to end the inning. 1 left for Detroit, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Fernando Tatis Jr. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First offering on its way.
Hey! 0-1's the count.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Line towards center field. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon. So their half of the 8th opens with a man aboard.
Dan, right here you see a situation where no doubles defense comes back to bite you. As a pitcher, were you even aware when guys are playing a foot off the track?
I'll be honest with you, D-Roll. You're so concerned about on the mound trying to get that white ball to that dark brown or black glove that I never really ever turned around to even notice where they were playing. I was concerned about getting the guy out swinging the bat.
At the plate, Tommy Pham. Reyes is in a few steps as he takes it for the first down.
The third baseman, number 13, Manny Machado.
And in steps Manny Machado. It was a walk in his last trip. First delivery to him on the way. And they start him out away with a called strike.
Hey, great job pounding the zone. Strike 1. When you got a great hitter in the box, got to get ahead. Count leverage is a must.
Machado now on 0-1. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. Throw won't get him.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Kept his shoulders square, his hands inside the baseball, and was able to fight off a good, nice executed pitch for a knock.
First baseman Eric Hosmer is in, and they're runners at the corners now. From the stretch, here's the pitch, and he fouls this one off. 8th inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. The runners will stay put. However, the count evens at 1. 1-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
Big pitch coming up right here. He'd love for a ground ball or a strikeout.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1-2. The count's now on 2-2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Short, hit hard, and a backhanded try into the hole that's short, but this gets on by. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
Brian Garcia takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are 2 on with only 1 away. Will Myers will be the first to greet him here, as he'll do so with runners at the corners and only 1 out. From the stretch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
There are a couple of points in every game that could decide winning or losing. This is one of those critical spots. Time to make some great pitches.
Runners are at first and third, 1 away. Now a bit of a hanger, but it's laid off and called a strike. A 1-2 count to Will Myers. Liner in there for a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the runs in to score from third, make it 5-1.
Hey, that's what you try and do as an offense. You get a 4-run lead. They're a grand slam ahead, Dan, but you're a former closer warming up. When you see a 3-run lead and then your offense gets it to 4, and you know that save situation's gone out the window, don't tell me that didn't irk you.
Oh, it does. Oh, it does, because, Dero, the only way you're going to get into this game is it has to be a save situation. You sit and watch 8 innings of baseball, you get up to warm up in the 9th, and you're all ready to go thinking, hey, I'm going to come in and get me a 3-out save, and all of a sudden you're out of the game because it's a 4-run lead. Of course you think about it as a reliever.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And there's ball 1. Now the Tigers have some action in the bullpen as a left-hander starts to get loose. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball called strike. 1-2. He pops it up. And this is going to get down for extra bases, as that'll get 1, if not both of them, home. And he's safe as he arrives at second without a play, as also on the play a run comes across to score.
Man, that swing looked like self-defense than a real quality swing, but hey, he muscled it out there, and it was enough to get him safely to second. Those are the kind of hits that will drive you nuts as a pitcher.
Here's Jurickson Profar. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Scope is there. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Probably wanted more out of that at bat with runners in scoring position, but at least he does the job and brings one home. Maybe the next guy can pick up the runner at third now.
Now at the plate, Francisco Mejia, runner in scoring position with two gone. Here's the first pitch to him. This is popped up, and oh, this one drops. 4 runs here in this half inning. Popped up. Candelario in foul ground, and that retires the side. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Padres on top, 7-1. Bottom of the inning now. Into the box, Jacoby Jones. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Now a breaking ball runs in on him as he's got to get his hands out of the way on that pitch. And it's 1-2. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Hit down the third baseline. And there's his first base hit in this one.
Up next to the Tigers, the right fielder, Victor Reyes.
Stepping in now, Victor Reyes, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's the 1-0. Drilled down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. Onto the shortstop, but thrown away. And the ball's back in quickly, so it'll be second and third now with nobody out.
Well, they've been struggling at the dish all game long, so stringing 2 hits back-to-back, one of them for extras, is a sign that they've got some life in them. We'll see if they can cash in here.
Standing in now, Nico Goodrum, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball 1-0. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. In for a strike, it's 1-1.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
Couple of men in scoring position here with none down. Tiger shortstop with a ball and 2 strikes. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2.
Props to the hitter right there for laying off with a guy on third. You want to be aggressive, but you have to get a pitch you can drive.
The 2-2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
It's been a really rough day for this lineup. There's really no other way to say it. Not a lot of good scoring opportunities, and when they've had them, like right now, it's just been an uphill battle for them to make anything positive happen.
At the plate now, Miguel Cabrera. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Hit softly on the ground to third. Scooped up. Throw will get him for the second out, but meanwhile the run is in to score from third.
They get the run there, but this late in the game with the lead in hand, you'll definitely trade an out for a run. That doesn't mean a whole lot.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, C.J. Cron. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch on its way.
1-0.
Two out here and a runner at second. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1.
I'm going to need to see a better game plan out of the hitter right here. That ball was at his eyes.
2 balls and a strike to C.J. Cron.
Down to 2-1.
Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. Jonathan Scope would be next if they can keep this inning alive. The 3-1. Full count now. Now the payoff pitch home. Skied into straightaway right. Grisham will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We've played 8 full. It's the Friars 7 and the Tigers 2. Now to the plate, Juan Lagares. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
7, Juan Lagares.
He's set. Here it comes. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. Cron is there. 1 quick out to start inning number 9.
Now batting.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
The San Diego batting order turns over and set to go. Fernando Tatis Jr. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that misses ball 1. The 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
Hit hard down the left field line. But this will be foul. 1 out, nobody on. And another foul ball. Another 1-2 delivery. And here's a ball hit in the air. But this will land untouched.
Hey, 3 foul balls in a row right here, searching for that put-away stuff.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Right fielder giving chase. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now.
Now batting. Left fielder, Tommy Pham.
Next to the plate for the Padres, Tommy Pham. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Outside.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that's high and off the plate. 2-1. Little chopper back to the mound. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Padres down in order. They're on top 7-2. Craig Stammen, the 6'4" right-hander, comes in out of the bullpen to do the pitching.
Number 34, Craig Stammen.
All set for the bottom of the 9th. So that'll bring up Jonathan Schoop. It was a 2-bagger for him in his last at-bat.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
Now the 1-0. Misses, ball 2.
Let's go. Wait for the pitch.
Now the 2-0 home.
Ball, that's low.
Jeimer Candelario will be next. And that's finally over for a strike. The 3-1. And could this be the start? It's a long way back, but the leadoff man is on base to start their final set of at-bats.
Man, when you don't get a call on a pitch that good, you have to wonder if maybe it's personal. You can't blame him for being angry, but he's got to find a way to move on and focus on the next batter.
Next for the Tigers, Jeimer Candelario. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip.
Yeah, Matty, and he was locked up by a good fastball for strike 3 last time. I'm interested to see if they attack him the same way. Come at him with hard velo late or snap something off in the dirt to see if he'll fish.
Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Comes set with the 0-1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Pham will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
The batter, number 14.
Stepping into the box, Kristen Stewart. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat.
Inside, ball 1.
The 1-0. It's the outside corner, strike 1. fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. The 1-2. In the dirt here, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Still even at 2-2. And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And hey, a strikeout always works too.
In now, Austin Romine.
Ball.
And a ball 1-0. No hits to this point.
Of laying off.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. A runner on first with 2 away. And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon. Last breath for the Tigers. Grounder down the line at third. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. On to first, and that will seal matters here this afternoon.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
7-2 the final score this afternoon. San Diego jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Cal Quantrill takes home the win. Matthew Boyd is settled with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.